Of course, you are allowed to use biostimulants. Biostimulants are products which will help your crop overcome or recover from stressful conditions. Of course, your crop may not do well or may not form those big heads or uniform heads because of some stressful conditions. For example, let's say there's a dry spell, there's no rain, or maybe your irrigation is somehow irregular. The crop is not getting enough water or enough irrigation, or maybe there's another form of stress. Biostimulants, these are the products which take care of that, and it's divisible. These are products it's very easy. Using them is very easy. You only need to incorporate them with whatever you are spraying. You just incorporate them periodically, not every time. So that is nutrition, and that is how brief I can make it. Then the other issue is what we call the protection part. As a cabbage farmer, you need to know exactly what are the important pests and what are the important diseases. This one you need to know, and then so that you can prepare for management and control. I have visited farmers and I've met farmers spraying products, and when you ask them what exactly are they controlling or are they spraying to manage, you realize that whatever they want to manage is not anywhere in the farm or even on the crops, just something in their minds. What I usually tell farmers is whatever you are doing, remember it impacts on the cost of production. As a farmer, you need to understand the important pests and important diseases. As a cabbage farmer, you need to know the important pests, because not all pests or insects attack cabbage. And also know the different stages when they attack the crop stage. They don't attack at just any stage. A specific pest will attack your cabbage at a specific crop stage. So as a farmer, you need to be psychologically prepared with that information. Also, when it comes to diseases, again, you need to understand which are some of the diseases which you expect to damage or to cause damage on your crop. So for pests, just like any other newly transplanted crop or seedling, the first pest is always cutworms, and cutworms will attack your crop immediately after transplanting. So if you are transplanting your crop this morning, you need to spray either in the course of the day or in the evening or tomorrow morning, because your crop, your newly transplanted crop, cutworms will be damaging or will be cutting the crop. It usually happens down there at the root zone. So you transplant today, this evening, be sure tomorrow morning you'll see some crops which have been cut, and you'll be needed to do gapping, which is again cost of production and also labor and time as a resource. So that is for cutworm. Then still on the pests, the other pest is aphids. Aphid is a sucking pest, and you need to know that aphids set in or attack your crop from early vegetative stage and all the way to head formation or onset of head formation. During the same period or the same stage, you realize also your crop will suffer or will have an attack from the normal caterpillars. Let me call them normal caterpillars. So the product or the chemical combinations you decide to spray against aphids, you can have them broad spectrum or a product which is able to control the sucking pests and the chewing pests. It will take care of the aphids and it will take care of the caterpillars. The other pest is a pest we call a DBM, or diamond bark moth. Diamond bark moth is a ruthless, it's a notorious, it's a catastrophic, it's a injurious, it's a stubborn pest. I've used all those words to describe the pest because I know what that pest does to your crop. This pest, you need to control it, especially if you are doing cabbage in the warm zones. This pest, diamond bark moth, is likely to cause a lot of damage. So you need to control it. My farmers from the cold areas, some of my farmers from Kinagop, I know some of them have never sprayed a single product against to control diamond bark moth. And I know the reason. The areas are very cold and they just do the normal pesticides. That's aphids, the normal caterpillars, cutworms. Anyway, if you are doing cabbage in warm areas, diamond bark moth is a tough pest. It's a notorious one, as I described earlier. Diamond bark moth actually, the stage when you realize now it's causing damage, it's towards a head formation and across the head formation. This is the crop when you are scouting your farm. You are there in your farm and you realize that some cabbage is up some walls, and mostly you cannot even identify. The other caterpillars they are easily identified. You can see it's a caterpillar, and then you can spray. For diamond bark moth, most of the times you are not even able to tell what exactly is causing those holes, or what is exactly chewing your crop and making it look like a wire mesh. So that is diamond bark moth. And as a farmer, you need to be psychologically prepared such that when it happens, you know what product to purchase or to use to control that pest. Because if you don't control a diamond bark moth, it's going to, if the infestation is high, most likely you are going to spend a lot, because the molecules or the chemical combination, the products that control this pest, mostly they don't they are somehow, let me say, they are expensive. So if you start early and maybe control the pest at the initial stages, you are not likely to spend a lot. So of course there are other pests. I'm just concerned because we have nematodes, which are soil-borne pests, and this one I have to mention because I've seen farmers in Kinagop confusing nematodes with another disease called clubroot. Clubroot is actually a disease. Nematodes, these are soil-borne pests. Clubroots, these ones, the roots will, of course, they will behave like a nematode attack, but they will look more of tuber-like. And you remember, this is cabbage, it's not a tuber crop. So if you realize your roots have are kind of becoming tubers, small tubers, this is a disease called clubroot. Mostly it thrives in acidic soils. Again, soil health. You need to do something. You need to check on your pH, and if it's acidic, I've explained that you need to do liming. Then for nematodes, again, nematodes, they also have control, but it has to be somehow integrated. Then finally, secret number 4, it's about the seedlings. Seedlings propagation. How do you propagate your seedlings? Where do you propagate your seedlings? Where do you get your seedlings? I know Majority of cabbage farmers, they just do their own nurseries. Well and good. We have other farmers who source seedling propagation services from professionals or professional seed propagators. Well and good. I know others who don't even purchase the seeds. They just go straight to the to professional seedling propagators and purchase the seedlings. Again, well and good. But at the end of the day, you need healthy seedlings. I always tell my farmers, if you ever attend my training, face-to-face training, there's one thing I will always tell you if I'm training about cabbage. That the big head you want to see or you want to harvest, come the harvesting time or come the head formation, we don't make it or we don't craft it at the head formation stage or at the vegetative stage. That big head, that big sized head, that uniformity, those uniform heads you want to see in your farm, you get them right from the nursery or from the nursery bed or from the seedlings you are using. So think twice when doing nursery beds or when sourcing those seedlings.
That's adequate guidance towards achieving uniformity when it comes to cabbage head formation or cabbage farming. Follow those, apply those 4 secrets. I called them secrets because I know there are many farmers doing cabbage in Kenya, and some of them have heard about this for the first time. So apply, you have the information, apply the 4 secrets, and I know I will have feedback from you. Thank you.